Hey guys, welcome back to Montana Made. It has been a while, but we are in a much bigger, nicer garage. I've got everything set up, and today I'm going to show you how to replace the blades on a planer. Mine, as you've seen in other videos, has gotten lots of use. It ran over a couple nails, and the blades need to be replaced, and I'll show you how to do that, why you do that, and everything in between. Here are a few samples of when you can tell that your planer blades are bad. So as you can see, this ridge, this should all be flat. These are on pallet boards, and if you turn this up, you can actually see some of the high points of that ridge. You get turn marks in your boards as the board's turning. You just get weird raised areas all over your boards, and you don't want that. Obviously, the idea for planing is to plane the wood flat, and just looking at these boards, you can tell, although it's a cool character, if I was looking for that, and pallet boards hide that pretty well, but if you were looking for something that you needed to be flat, I definitely need to replace these blades, and that's why we're here. So I will show you how to replace your blades on a planer. The very first thing that you want to do is verify that your power is off to the unit. Then I always set the cutting head to 1 inch. Next, we want to find our new blades. Generally, when you buy a new unit, it will come with spare blades, and this one, these blades are actually under the outfeed ramp. When accessing your new blades, you always want to wear leather gloves, and the reason you want to wear leather gloves is that when you are handling these blades or separating the case that they're in, you could easily slice your hand open with the new blades. Leather gloves help protect you at all times. If you have a planer and you don't know exactly how to measure for your blades, what you want to do is measure your incoming or outgoing ramp, throw a tape measure against it, and as you can see, bring it in close, this is a 13-inch ramp, so I know that I would need to buy 13-inch blades for this planer. Generally on all planers, the first thing you do is remove the wood chip exhaust section, so this is where all of your wood chips, sawdust come out of, and it's just a box that routes all of that material up out of the machine. And in order to remove this one, we have 3 bolts right here on top of the unit, and then this should just lift up and out. With the dust vent exhaust removed from this location, you can now see your cutting head, so it's this roller, and as you rotate it, you should start to see your blades. And I always wear, again, a leather glove just because these old heads, there's one right here, you can see the bolts that hold it in, and this is a double bladed one, so as I rotate it, here's the second one. These can still be very sharp, so that's why I'm wearing this guy. What we need to do is take a box wrench and get it right up on these guys and actually loosen those up. You can see by my diagram right up here, loosening that way, tightening this way. So what I'll do is loosen all these up and show you how this comes out. With all of our bolts loosened up, you come in with needle nose pliers, grab the blade and just pull it out gently. I'm going to use needle nose pliers because, again, this old blade is sharp. This one's, it obviously needs replaced, but they are still sharp and they can still cut you very easily. So needle nose pliers, leather glove, and you shouldn't have any issues getting cut. You want to pay attention regarding the blade orientation, which way it comes out. So the way that this guy came out, this flat end, you can see the blade tapers down right there. So we got this taper and this bottom is flat. That's how it came out, so we'll want to put in the new one exactly the same way. I have both old blades out, and as you can see, I remember hitting a nail. I'm sure that if this would focus, There you go. You can see how gnarled up those are. That's what a nail does to a blade. The rest of the blades are just worn down. Yeah, they just needed to be replaced. When you're done removing your old blades, you want to put them in the plastic case that you took the new ones out of. Cover those up for disposal. Those are done. And when you get a new set of blades, it will come with a new plastic case, but this makes it safe for the garbage man or whoever's handling these to not get cut on your old planer blades. For reinstallation, you want to again follow your same orientation of blade that you took out. So we've got flat end on the bottom and it tapers down, and all you do is just reseat that in its channel. And what I'll do is take my leather glove, because if I push it with my fingers I'll probably cut myself, and push it into place. And we have it seated in place. So once your blade is back in its channel, it just falls right in there, and all you do is come back through and tighten up each of the bolts. And you want a pretty good torque on them. You don't want them loose. You don't want that blade going anywhere while it's working. So don't be afraid to put some muscle into it and get those really cranked down. Now that we have the new blades firmly in place on the cutter head, the next thing we want to do is take our sawdust wood chip collection system, and you can see on this side there's a little safety switch. You just want to slide that back into place, making sure that the collection system is over the top of the safety switch. And then we want to put our 3 wingnut style bolts back in place and firmly screw those down. You'll know if you haven't because they will actually fly off when you turn the machine on. And that's all there is to it. We should be ready to turn this on. We'll run a board through just to show you the difference.